Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's another day, and we are up. Like, I woke up with this today. Like a while ago, when I just started dating Eva, and I was working. I No, it wasn't when I just started dating him. Yo. It's just when we started dating, yeah. And I just came out from work. It's when, not exactly when we started dating, but it's like maybe 4 months had gone. And I was still working in Victoria's Secret, Tabby. So it was one time I had come from work. I closed from work. I was talking to him actually on my way, everything. And I came to Rågsved. I came to my building. I came inside. I was also like about taking the elevator. And then it's like somebody dropped or they put a bag, a small bag, like of cocaine. I don't know how much, but like the ones they sell for like 800, 1,000 or so, like that type of bag, that small one. They put it or drop it right by the elevator. I saw it. I picked it up, and I was talking. I was like, oh, I found cocaine. uh, I think I just found cocaine on the floor. It's like, oh, who dropped it? And I'm like, I think I know who. There was this Congolese guy, the same guy that I said came and borrowed my key one time. And that was after, actually. Yeah, that was after I'd found the coke. He came, but it wasn't like, yeah, it was a few weeks or months like after he came and borrowed my key. But yes, I found the bag, but I was gonna work the next day, so I was like, I'm not gonna touch it because I know if I start, I'm not gonna go to work the next day. And I was the one I am the one that is gonna open the shop. So I held myself. I didn't touch it. So the next day, I told him I was gonna go to Ivar after work, and then we're gonna chill there and stuff. We're gonna enjoy it because it was the weekend. I was off. Yes, I was gonna be off the weekend. It was a Thursday, I think. I found it, and then the Friday I worked, and then I was gonna be off Saturday and Sunday, I think, if I remember correctly. But anyways, after work, the next day, everything, I went to him, and we were sitting chilling and taking it, drinking a little, talking. And then not too long after, one of his friend, Höjer, he came over, and we were sitting talking. But it felt like they were like asking questions, but it was like questions to corner me, put me in a corner or so. It was more like what I was after, what did I want and stuff. And I was like telling them I want something real, I want something true. And it got to a point so much I started like sweating so fucking, but it was like I wanted to talk but I couldn't talk. I was talking but it was like hard to talk. I started feeling it, and I panic sweat typ. And it wasn't smelling that pretty, I could say. Like I was very uncomfortable there, and I started crying. But it was like, what the fuck is going on? I was very, very emotional whilst I was supposed to be like happy and like in that type of good vibe, but I wasn't feeling that good inside. It was like torment in a way. And not too long after, like, Eva started throwing up. It was like running into the bathroom, but the thing just like it came out like it did not look pretty at all. And the fucked up thing is, instead of the boy to vomit into the toilet bowl, no, he chooses the sink. And such a small sink and bathroom at the alltså in the Medborgarplatsen. The bathroom was so small. There was no shower in there. It's just the bathroom, also the toilet, and then a little, very little sink. The boy decided to vomit in the sink, and they got it all over the floor everywhere. I was like, oh, why do I have to be his girlfriend right now? Start standing there rubbing his back and shit. But like, oh, his friend was just looking at him like, are you okay? And it was a pretty heavy vomit, like pretty heavy. And I believe it's the same when Serin. When I bought from him Coke also, I could buy for like 500, just like small if I wanted a party and stuff. But that day he did not take the money from me. He was like, no, don't worry about it. And he gave me like a half of ecstasy he had on. He took the half and then he gave me the half. And yeah, the Coke also, when I took his Coke. I felt very, 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 and as soon as I started taking, it's not too long, he said he was gonna go. And not, maybe like an hour or two after he had left, I started feeling like, my stomach, it didn't feel so well. It felt like, like when you want to burp, but it's not really coming out of the side. It's choked up. So I'm feeling that, I said like, and then like, oh shit, I had to go, I need to vomit. I ran and I was like puking. I feel like it's the same thing they put inside the same also Coke. They put inside, or like the same drugs or poison, whatever it was, like they put inside again, like they did with the first one. But that Coke, I know that Congolese guy, the skinny motherfucker. He said he was living in this building on the 9th floor, but he did not live here. Nah, no, they would just be showing their face around when they know I'm here, like also show their face and like so I feel like they live here, but they did not live here. He did not live here. No. Or maybe he had his stash in this building. Because there was a Congolese guy on the 7th floor. I remember when I just moved here. And yeah, when I just started smoking also. I started like meeting the guys around here. And there was a Congolese guy I was talking to in the beginning. And I needed help to get. And then he's like, oh, my friend lives in the building. On the... how they call it, on the 4th floor. But I did not know his friend, and it seems like it was all guys. When we went, I was like, I don't know him, I don't want to go there by myself and stuff. He came, he met me up, we went there, because I did not know him either, but I had talked to him, so I felt like I knew him better than I knew his friend, in a way. And yeah, he came, we went to his friend, and he helped me get the buy the weed, and then his friend like rolled up a joint and we smoked. I believe like they know each other. That friend, I haven't seen him in this building anyways in a long time, but from what I've noticed, people like they be stuck in their apartments, they don't go out, or like the time they are out I may be in my apartment, so we don't see each other in that way. Well, on the 4th floor, I was where, and they know each other. Yes, they do. Skinny ass, and he was the same Congolese guy also with the credit card fraud. That he was on the train. He was not the guy that I met. 2 of them in the Centrum. They were this Abbey guy. He was like calling me. This when from the night, like the money was supposed to come, and he was like, it's coming. I was like, okay, when I see the money I'll know also, because he had been saying it's gonna come, I never saw it before, so I did not really trust him. I'm like, let me see when I see it then. But even like the next day, I haven't seen anything. But have it come? He called us. I've never had someone call me so much. It was uncomfortable. I was like being scared, But they were tormenting me. They were trying to put fear within me. And then it was like when the guys, they were like, oh, let's then come down, let's see that you haven't gotten the money, like, and what the boy was talking on the phone. It was that time, the shit that they did to me. But let it be now. Like, who the fuck were you talking to, you fat ass? Like, the way the boys, they were talking, it just got me. But they were tormenting me. They were tormenting me. So you have to come down to the centrum. Let's see. And as soon as I went down to the centrum, I checked my account. The money was there. I was like, what? And before I went down there was nothing. But you know exactly the time everything is gonna come in. And then we got on the train, and when we got on the train, then this Congolese guy came. Prap. I was like, I know their face. And then there was another guy also that came. But that guy, the other guy that came, I believe is this, how do you call it? These boys that I buy weed from. One of these Arab boys that I buy weed from. I have a feeling now. I think so. The police were standing talking to him. The ones that were fucking with my weed. I swear I have a feeling that was him. I couldn't see. He had the mask. I only saw the face, the eyes. You could say he had like this rubbery mask on. I couldn't really see it, but the body and everything, I didn't really pay attention. But I have a strong ass feeling it's the same boy, the same fuck ass little boys. Nee, försökte där skitet nu. And yeah, they how they call it, two of the ones that picked me up from here, I did not know them in that way. No. But I have recognized this was one of the fat fucks also that was in my apartment during this I don't know what type of setup shit this was when they were breaking into my home and stuff. That I said had eat my food, but that food is pojam. They know each other. I used to see him outside, but I haven't seen him in a long time. But yes, they keep, yeah. After we had been into the shop, all of four of us went actually. But when we were going to the shop, no, it was me, and then two guys that took the train, and then two more came. Yeah, two more came. And then how do you call? We got here, and then we got to, what's that place called? I've forgotten the store's name. But where they bought the watch, the Rolex watch, anyways. We got to the shop. Two of them were outside. No, three of them were outside, and then two of us went inside. Me and one guy, anyways. But like from when we were on the train, they were like, "Oh, you have to call and like tell them to reserve the watch, blah blah blah. Give them your name and shit." They already know it was a rose gold watch they wanted and all that shit. And I was like, okay, we got there. I sat, but also if you're a worker and you work in that shop, you know what's up. Like you could see, like from the way we were dressed, like me and this guy that came in. Like if you were someone that really worked and like cared, you would know like something was fishy. Like it wasn't right. But they did not really care in that way. They just wanted the money, or maybe they also were in it. Oops, I just farted. Did you guys hear that? Oh, but yeah, maybe they also were into it, so they really did not give a fuck. They just want their money, and they want the money. But about the watch, and like, it was when we came in, they asked, "What do you guys want? Anything to drink or so?" I was like, "I don't want anything. I'm good." But the guy, he was like, "Oh, can I get the? I think it was water or tea he wanted, or coffee. I don't know." But he was trying to act big, mamba, bruh. And the guy's like, "Okay, I'll bring you the coffee." He never came with any coffee, so it's like, if I was really a true, also. A bit, how do you call it? If a customer comes and we're buying a watch for how much amount, like, and Yeah, and then how they call it, I ask you for a coffee or water because you ask, and then I tell you what I want, but you don't bring it. Even up to we leave there, he did not bring anything. So you should know. It was a fraud. As well, they knew. The people in the shop, they knew. Even also the police station that I went to, they knew. Also it was like it was planned. They knew I was gonna go. They knew it was Cindy. They did the same shit to Cindy, but she did not tell me it was a credit card fraud. She said someone took her how they call it, her card, and they bought a car under her name. That was like what she said, and she had to like police and mail and everything. Yeah, but it's like it's the same. But me, they told also what the guy said. He was like, "Oh no, I just need an account to. They just need an account to put some money, and then you get your share. It won't be no problem, no nothing." Yeah, I saw the way he was talking. I cannot believe. But it's like the time when I needed the first time that I needed the money, he disappointed me. He was like, I didn't hear from him even, and this was like later when I started like dating Max. That's when they brought this thing. That's when he just called me again and brought this thing up and was like, how they call it? Are you still interested in this? How they call it? In this money thing? I was like, yes, sir. So, and I needed money. I was like, yes, I am. And you said also he said there was not gonna be any problem, but lies, lies, yo, lies. But there wasn't any big problem. So in that way, I got my account closed. But at the same time, it's like I did not hear any more from the police. I went there. The first time I did the report, they had they were asking me questions, and I had like an interview with me. Two of them, it was first the police officer, and then they brought a lady, I don't know, that came also, was asking the same fucking question. I was like, I'd already answered, and he has wrote in my also answer, so it's like, bruh. And yeah, after that, they called me in again. And this one, it was the same. They asked again the same questions, but this they called me all the way to what's this place? Oh, I've forgotten. But it's like a big police station, or I don't know how to call it. Where did I go? I don't remember the station. I don't know. It was a while ago. But I went there all both times. So three times. The three, because after the second time, that they called me and it was like, oh, they had it was a lady. There were two people that I met anyways, but the lady, she called me all the time, and she's asked if I could come in and like answer. They had some few questions for me because they had talked to the Abbey guy, the guy that I said I give my account to, and they asked him a few questions and he had tell them how it was, so they need to talk to me. They called him, like I was like, can't I answer whatever you want through the phone? No, she's like, no, you have to come here, and he did not have to go there. So it's like also you guys, they called me in to like watch me and everything, like if I was saying the truth or in that's what I believed they called me in for. And it's like if they wanted to know the truth from him also, to like watch him and everything, shouldn't they have called him in as well, like to ask him the question and also ask him everything in face, also in person? Shouldn't they have? But they did not. They did not. And I felt like a really bad attitude, especially from the lady. Like she had like this insecurity, like she was very, and like the questions, the way she was asking the questions. But I really did not give a fuck. I was answering the way I felt like answering, like really answering, and you can see it was a point. The guy that was sitting beside, he started laughing. He started laughing. He was like, but I was like looking at the bitch. The bitch had an attitude. She definitely had an attitude, and you don't fucking know me. She was judging me without even knowing me. And I was like, bitch, please. I am much, much, much better than you. Like, and my life, not in that way, but the way she has carried herself, I am much better than her now. Like, so like, don't be looking at me like that. Nah. And yeah, the guy started laughing and all. We got to, and then after that interview, that was like, and they were asking me also. That was like, how was everything going? I was like, oh, there are just some people just like, yeah, the bullying had started. They had started like terrorizing me and like, oh, calling me a rat and shit. But do I give a fuck? Do I give a fuck? It's rats that know rats, motherfuckers. The rats tried to use me, but when I couldn't shut up and let them eat me up, then they want to like turn and be like, oh, she's this, she's that. I'm a motherfucker, your mother. Bastards. Kom försökte där skitet nu. And the motherfucker, he called me. And think like everyone had gotten their own share. But this fool, this bastard, he came here, he wanted money. But that one, it's Max that let him in. It's Max that let him in to come. It is. But he came. I gave him 1,000. He got it. And Max was trying to hold me like, don't give him, he has gotten his own share. They're done. But you too, I gave you. You still stole from me, you Max. He stole from me whilst I was in the shower. He took money from there. And I had given him 5,000. No, 8. I said 8,000. Total, he got 8,000 from me. It wasn't even 5. It was more than 5,000. Because when I came home, it was like talking my business and all. I gave him more. Yeah. But all in all, what I had left, if I remember correctly, it was like 13,000 left. Between 13 to 14,000 left with me. And all of that went to my bills. I swear, you see these people. And then even like when I came out, the day that I was going to pay my bills, when I came out of the shower and everything, I dressed and I was counting the money. When I take the how they call it, the thing that I put the money, it fell out from my hand. And then he was like, oh, check it so that no one has taken anything. Like, I was like, did you take anything? He's like, no, but we had guests yesterday. But I was like, they don't know where the money was. It was only me and you here. So it's like, they did not take anything. And I looked at him. He just had like this little child look on his face. You know, when you have stolen from your mother, but you're guilty, you want to say, you can't really say. And it's like when I went and pay my bills, I was missing 20 crowns, and I had to wait for him to come, and guess what I give? He had like, also he had 500s in his wallet and 20 crowns. And I was like, yeah, that was mine. The money would have been more than enough to pay, but he took from it. He was just here to take. So, and Ivar, he was here to destroy. And they were there. Oh, feels good. But they were all involved around the credit card fraud. That's here you go, polisen. Varsågod. Jag har gjort ert jobb för er. Varsågod. And I never heard from them again. They never sent me anything how it went. And no, nothing ever again. It just became silence. This is how it goes. When you do the right, if you let, yes, I did something wrong in the beginning, and then I try to correct my wrong by telling the truth. But it seems like you don't get reward for telling the truth. You get reward for lying, or for just shut up and don't say nothing when you see anything going on that is bad. This is it. Yes, I felt like I needed to share that this morning. Good morning, y'all. The day I started. See you guys later today. Adios.